Of course, Zero. It would be my pleasure. Well now, this is enough to make a whole kettle of your special curry.
I don't need that much.
Rest assured, it's easy enough to make a serving just for you. Or we could make the kettle and share it. There would be enough not only for your companions but other diners as well. I dare say everyone will be delighted.
Very well. A full kettle, then.
Excellent. We'll prepare it at once. And for your excellency and our esteemed adventurer, are you happy to try a bowl of Zero's curry? We can make yours milder if you prefer.
Grateful though I am for the offer, I cannot fully appreciate the flavor with this vessel. Another time, perhaps. Do not hold back on my account, my friend. Eat and enjoy.
Understood. Please, make yourselves comfortable.
It gladdens me to see you taking to life in Radzatan, Zero. In the area of our cuisine, not least of all. Spicy dishes have long been favored in our sultry clime for their ability to whet the appetite and cool the body. Of course, spices also have the effect of preserving foods, which makes them highly coveted in foreign lands. All of this has given rise to a thriving spice industry, and the wealth it brings has allowed our nation to prosper while maintaining its neutrality.
So you trade your spices? Seems rather more complicated than trading in ether.
In the beginning, this land was no more than refuge for me. But now it is my home, and the people of Radzatan my beloved children. Together, we build this vibrant nation, and naught would please me more than to show it to my sister one day.
Vibrant. Rubicante said the same when he described this world. A reminder of all that has been stolen from us. What many who remember doubtless yearn to take back.
Our home is a lost cause. Our only choice to begin anew. In this world, where we may reclaim our mortality.
Nonetheless, it's wrong to damn another to save yourself, as I told Rubicante, as I found myself moved to speak. I still do not understand what made me feel this way, nor what compels you mortals to help one another. But I hope to someday.
We too hope that you will find the answers you seek. What is going on?
What's happening?
Compliments of Mistress Zero, the Satrap's honored guest. We are serving a special curry for anyone who wishes to partake. But be warned, it is not for the faint of heart.
Oh, by all means, I'd welcome the challenge.
Sisters have mercy. The smell alone is...
Ah! It burns! It burns!
To better maintain the facade, the alchemists ensured that my vessel was capable of consuming food. However, I fear Zero's curry would test the limits of their design.
Apologies for the delay. Please relax and enjoy your meal.
Thanks.
Relax. I don't have time for that. I've been waiting for this. Come. Let's replenish our ether.
Oh, of course. That looks tasty. Yeah, perfect. Please. I am Mexican. I don't care for the spicy. Because the spices were perfect. Yeah.
I trust you have eaten your fill.
Yeah.
I shall have Merid prepare a meal for us to take to Estinian. I suspect he too is overdue a replenishment. By this hour, he will have retired to his chambers at Magaduta. Come, let us pay him a visit.
Come back. Master Stein? Yes, he has returned to his chambers. I shall be happy to escort you. Yep.
Estinian, are you there? We've brought something for you.
I enter.
Squid masala from the Mehane. I thought you might enjoy it.
Masala, eh? I prefer my squid dried. But I'm sure it won't disappoint. My thanks. Idle as I am in our sorceress's absence, I see. I can't offer much in the way of entertainment, but make yourselves comfortable.
Shall we disrobe as well?
No. We simply caught our friend unprepared. He will make himself presentable at once, I am sure.
Well, I don't care. I can undress too.
At last. We've been looking for you.
My friends! Tell me, were you able to devise a way to return to the 13th?
I believe so. It required a visit to the moon, where I took the opportunity to enlist Urianger's assistance.
Ishtola hath told me all. I should be glad to help you free Azhdaya and put an end to Golbez's dark plot.
If Rubicante spoke true, both Golbez and Azhdaya are on the moon of the 13th. Unlike here in the Source, however, we have no means of making the journey from the surface of the star itself. The technology simply does not exist. Therefore, I propose that we employ a gate to deliver us directly to our destination.
Is such a feat possible?
In theory. Having once been a single hole, the Source and its reflections share striking similarities in geography. And according to a certain someone, who unceremoniously whisked us away to the first, the same locations across the worlds are intrinsically bound. All of which is to say, were we to pass through a gate on the Source's moon, it should lead us to the moon of the 13th. Of course, there is the risk of Voidsent gaining entry to our world. Thus did I decide to seek Urianger's counsel.
Both the Watcher and the Loporrits are aware of our proposed endeavor. While they are yet deliberating precautionary measures, they have pledged their full cooperation.
You've been busy. I presume you've also found a way to open this gate.
Be it in Radzat-Han or Sharlayan, scholars have long cast their gaze unto the endless dark of the void. And so, with Harnish insights to augment our knowledge, we have indeed conceived of a promising plan to pierce the veil. A plan I am confident will succeed, precisely because the moon is our stage. The preparations will be extensive, and we will require vast quantities of ether. After all, our gate must be large enough to accommodate another great worm. My proposal entails delivering copious amounts of ether to the Tower of Babel in Garlemald. As you will recall, Fandaniel used the structure to destroy the Brand's imprisoning Zodiac. And we, in like manner, will use it to channel ether to the moon, and thereby open our gate.
I see. Then we shall need someone on the moon for the necessary rituals.
Just so, Your Excellency. I intend to head back anon for that very purpose, as well as to help devise our strategy to deal with invading Voidsent. Along with our lunar allies, we will once again require the assistance of your alchemists, Nidana not least of all. May I trouble you to serve as their escort?
Fine by me. The room was beginning to feel constraining.
For my part, I shall oversee the requisite tasks on the Star. Might I prevail upon you for your assistance?
If all are in agreement, then let us set to work. We'll open our gate, and we will stop Golbez.
If one and all are ready, then let us head for our preparations to complete. If I may, I beg a moment to change this vessel for its ground counterpart. This is in the keeping of alchemists of the High Crusade. Of course, we shall accompany thither, and thence begin our journey. My apologies for the delay. Mind, that is a striking simulacrum indeed. Well suited to the work ahead. I don't know. Allow me to explain Stola's plan in greater detail. Okay. As you know, we seek to open a void gate in Marilamento that we might gain direct passage to the moon of the 13th. While our comrades labor upon the moon, we must need accomplish two tasks. The first is the procurement of a substantial quantity of aether, and subsequent delivery of it onto the Tower of Battle. Said structure was once used to siphon the lances sent by way of the Telephoto Spire. Such a method, however, could pose an unacceptable risk to the greater ethereal balance of our world. Thus, must we seek an alternate means of conveying or requisite resource. Our second task does pertain to the use of the Tower of Babel itself. You may recall that this portal onto the moon was placed under the supervision of the XIV contingent. If we would employ it to the different ends, we must first obtain the contingent's express permission. I should like to believe they would not refuse. So perhaps we should concern ourselves with the other problem freeze? Have you any idea whence we may source the vast quantity needed? Aye, a likely location does come to mind. Let us make for the airship landing there. I shall reveal more. Allow present and uncounted for? Excellent. We shall travel to Sharlayan and thence seek the nearby island of Ham. Near to the surface of this islet, the rivers of either converge. The churning energy of this confluence is released by the way of geysers. Originally, the Ragnarok was to be powered by either harvested from the ice. But as will you know, an alternate power source was ultimately found for the vessel. Passage onto Ultima Thule to the very limits of existence was facilitated by none less than the strength of the Mother Crystal herself. As such, the Isle of Ham's vast ether deposits remain untouched. We might help ourselves to that energy, provided we are able to secure the forum's permission. Yet again, we need permission is nothing straightforward in this world. Such is the natural politics, I fear. And as the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have been officially disbanded, no longer are we recognized collective. No longer are we a recognized collective. A somewhat disadvantaged positions, bureaucratically speaking. Fortunately, however, there is a recognized and respected body upon which we might prevail, the students of Battalion. Upon arriving in Sarlayan, let us seek our friends at the annex. Okay. Greetings, Isika. On this occasion we are going to seek the students' assistance in a matter of some urgency. In that case, we will want to speak with Brian. She's in the main hall, sorting rock art archives. There is a visitor with her at the moment, but there's no one you don't know. So feel free to show. Espérate.
Well now, if it isn't two of my dearest friends. As for the other two, I don't believe we've had the pleasure.
Not in this vessel, perhaps. 'Tis I, Vashan. Though, you are welcome to call me Vritra, if you prefer.
Pay me no mind. I merely accompany them.
I pray you forgive us our intrusion. If you are occupied, we shall call again anon.
We shall call again anon.
It's quite all right. We've just finished swapping all our secrets anyway. Erenville occasionally comes and shares the latest Gleaner gossip, you see. From forgotten ruins to mysterious relics, if there's aught that might be of interest to the students, he kindly lets us know.
Alas, I must soon depart on an expedition. As I may be away for an extended period, I wish to give Kryl fair warning. Hence my visit today.
I see. There are specimens that want for procuring, I presume?
No, it isn't guildship business, but rather... homecoming. But enough about me. You have business too, yes? And I'm in the way.
Far from it. As a matter of fact, we should be grateful if you could stay and share your knowledge of the nearby isles with us. We seek a means to travel to the Void. There, a man named Golbez plots to invade our world. A man who even now holds my sister hostage. To that end, we require a great quantity of ether, which we understand may be had on the Isle of Ham. We came in the hope of exploring how it might best be procured.
An invasion from the 13th? Must the stakes always be so dramatic?
You have a knack for finding trouble. If Gleaners collected world-ending crises, you could make quite a name for yourself in our profession. It's true the Isle of Ham is a veritable font of ether, but as it's under the Forum's direct jurisdiction, only a privileged few get to set foot there. I myself haven't.
So if we want to help ourselves to the Isle's ether, we'll need to secure the Forum's permission. Very well. The students of Baldessian recognize your endeavors as combating a grave threat to the world. As representative, I hereby pledge our full assistance. Now that it's official, you may leave the politics and paperwork to me. Our operations remain small, but we shouldn't meet any undue resistance.
We are truly grateful.
If I may. According to the original plan for the Exodus, ether collected from the Isle of Ham was to power the Ark.
Ether collected from the Isle of Ham.
Art thou perchance familiar with the logistics of this endeavor?
I don't know anything about that, I'm afraid. nor do I think any cleaner would. You might have better luck asking someone involved with the Ark's construction. Margaret, for instance. She's a researcher in Charley and Hamlet. I met with her for a job recently, and she mentioned working on the Ragnarok's propulsion system. You could do worse than to seek her out while awaiting the forum's verdict.
We may well do just that. Our gratitude for thine advice, and may this threat be but a memory upon thy return.
Our gratitude for thine advice, and may this threat be but a memory upon thy return.
You're quite welcome. Now then, if you'll excuse me.
I best start drafting our petition. Go on and find your researcher. I'll contact you as soon as we've made progress.
Let us leave matters here to Mistress Kryl, and hie ourselves to Labyrinthos.
And hie ourselves to Labyrinthos. Okay.
Right then, time to put our best foot forward. Oh. A pity you can't tidy yourself. I should have had Ishtola enchant you when I had the chance. And what have we here? Later, Kryl, later. You've work to do.
Visitors, how delightful. You require assistance, then ask away. It so happens you have caught me in post-deadline bliss. Forgive us the abruptness of our inquiry, but it is our understanding that thou had charge of the Ragnarok's propulsion systems. We should like to know how either harvested the ice of Ham was to be stored and transported to the Ark, if the disclosure of such information is permitted. Oh, it's not bother at all. We build special tanks that can store ether just like we use casks to store wine. Simply but quite brilliant in construction. They value the crystals for etheric capacity. A pity we never got to use them. Ah, how motley and distant the memory. When Doom's deadline loomed large, and we extracted ourselves from a wise chimera of war only to end up chin deep in another. I was at one with the world, a conduit for the energies of creation. But now I am truly alive. Who would have thought that sleeping in a bed and eating warm meals could make such a difference? When I feel positively functional, I decide to reverse the thrill of dancing on the knife edge of Failure. are glad for you, quite. On the subject of the ether tanks, do you know what became of them? What did become of them? For the life of me, I can't seem to remember. Oh, but I don't remember someone who might remember. She should be back by now. Let's look for the fellow wearing an outfit that screams, I have been on vacation and you haven't. Very well, we shall seek out this conspicuous colleague of time. Our sincerest gratitude, Margaret, and don't look after thyself. Come, let us seek out this individual authority in manner suggestive or resent for love. The face that launched our teeny tiny toy boat. How have you been, Juan? Able to catch a bit of rest? Yeah, happen a lot of things. Well, if I don't know about the ether tanks, who invite regards Snakewood? Born right in my very own workshop. They were. A pleasure as always, Master Coco. I trust I respite, prove rejuvenating, and then some. But I won't bore you with the details, at least not without a drink in me. So, why the interest in our little old tanks? Permit me to explain. I see. Think I go to the long and short. It goes with the saying, but we are all you more than we can ever pay. If you need our other tanks, then they are at your disposal. There is just one problem, you need the form's approval to set foot on the Isle of Ham. Were it up to me, you'd be the next ship out. But that blood can't wipe their arses unless it's in accordance with procedural emotions. You might be assured that my backside is immaculate. Talia Stomping Bikes, Master Fortunal, and his collection Monty Chain. What a surprise! Pardon the intrusion. The forum has deliberated your petition, and we decide to deliver our verdict directly. I would hope that the matter of pandemonium has not been overshadowed by other concerns, but that is a discussion for another time. Ah yes, pandemonium. You have been granted a special dispensation to travel to the Isles of Ham for the purposes of etheric extraction on one condition. On account of these rich deposits of ether, the Isles is home to throngs of vicious beasts. We ask that you call any such creatures you encounter. That's all. Given the vast amount of ether we seek, I expected a far higher price. Oh, believe me, we do not underestimate the value of what you desire. Nay, we simply owe the students' validation and their esteemed collaborators debt of gratitude, and we felt that displaying your request was a suitable way to repay it. A debt of gratitude. We have taken the liberty of arranging your passage to the Isles of Ham. Your vessel awaits in Scholar's Harbor. Then I better get those ether tanks loaded onto their ship. We'll be ready to take them wherever you need, assuming it's safe. I shall head back to the annex, but should you need anything else, don't hesitate to call. The fuck?
Bound for the Isle of Harm. You look like the ones Master Fortuno told me to expect. If you're ready to depart, then so am I. Just say the word.
Is something the matter?
I did recruit one other to our party, but he is late to arrive.
Forgive me my delay.
Thancred? 'Tis good to see you.
If it isn't Varshan. They do grow up so quickly. Urianger tells me we have a host of exciting new tribulations to face. And you must be Zero. I've heard all about your daring do in Garlemald. A pleasure.
Apart from strengthening our company...
Oh, shit.
I speak of the intangible forces which bring souls together. Thancred is possessed of experience both unique and insightful that I am sure he would gladly share with thee. Thou needst but ask.
Apart from strengthening our company with his redoubtably skilled arms, Tancred may also serve some mentoring those matters that trouble thee. Uh-oh. Whoa. anti-monster. Tomamos. Okay.
Much obliged for clearing the way. We'll get to work at once. Filling these up will take a good while. I appreciate it if you stood watch till we finished. I ain't getting chewed to chum by some ether-bloated bugger. Oh, by the by. Where were you planning on putting these to use? We could deliver them by airship, see? Provided it ain't too far.
We would need them transported to Galemon, to the Tower of Babel.
Ah, that's a long old journey. Too long for a direct flight. Tell you what, we'll send them over with the scheduled shipment of provisions headed that way. I'll make the arrangements as soon as we get back. Save some poor chocobos having to drag this lot through the snow.
You have our thanks. We shall not forget your generosity.
Everything seems to be proceeding apace. I dare say you would have been fine without me.
Why would you say such a thing? You are not bound by contract or the threat of force, and you gain no advantage by devaluing your own contribution. Yet you must be bound by something to speak thus. What is it?
What binds me? A belief, I suppose. Born of our shared struggles. No matter where my comrades go, I have faith they will be fine. For I know that they will walk their chosen path as surely as I walk mine. I trust them, in short. Trite though it may sound.
Trust. I remember the word. How long has it been since last I used it? It had no place in my dealings. Not with other Voidsent, and certainly not with Xenos. Not even in the time before darkness engulfed the world. Full often did Memoriates betray their own, corrupted by the very power they wielded. You could trust no one but yourself. Alone we fought, and alone we fell. I wouldn't know how to trust. Is there some trick to it?
Just stay close to this one. You'll learn in no time. Aye, absolutely fine.
I'm shipping myself with Zero.
I confess I thought thou mightst have more words of counsel to offer.
Oh, she'll soon get the hang of it, even without my help. After our work here is done, I'll see myself back to the shadows. But before that, I take it you've heard as well.
Indeed. The client seeketh Archons, and 'twould seem our extensive travels and neutrality make us prime candidates.
Well, assuming we take on the request, I suspect I'll be stuck with you again. Don't let me down, hmm?
Not only allows to use the tank, but arrange the transportation to Galema besides. Let's say that we can call among our allies. Oh. With obtaining the blessings of the ritual contingent use of the tower badbit to channel the energy onto the moon. Our destination is Cambroken Glass, where we might present our petition to Commander Lucian. allow me to personally thank you for your assistance during the recent Voidsent incursion. Your actions saved many. What brings you here today? Pray forgive us for not sending word in advance, Commander, but we seek your cooperation in a matter of great import. Indeed, we appreciate you consulting with us instead of taking unilateral action. It is not simply a matter to activate the Tower of Babel, and I speak not only of the technological challenge. Personally, I think we must consider the emotional impact of such action above all else. Though we may have yet established a governing body, we professionally refer to those who remain here as the Guardian community. As you would expect, they are predominantly native Guardians, most of whom are uncomfortable with ethereal manipulation. To compound matters, the trauma inflicted by Anima is still fresh. If the tower were to suddenly light up again, this is like to cause distress and reopen all wounds. Better than facing a mass invasion by Golbez and his Voidsent hordes, surely. Of course, we acknowledge the gravity of the situation, as well as the promised bloodshed should we fail to act. Yet when we to convey your warning to the public, many simply do not understand the workings of magic of the Rift. They will struggle to comprehend why they must be forced to relieve personal horrors for the sake of something they cannot imagine. Sorry. What's there to manage? Haven't these people seen Voidsent with their own eyes? Let's suppose you encounter someone who is freezing in this core. Another thing to do might be to make them a fire, yes? But what if that person's sole experience with fire was being dead, but they're burned by it, and they harbored an acute fear? Despite the benefits, nay, the necessity of the warmth you offer, they might flee on instinct, or worse, misinterpret your action for aggression and lash out. So like the fire that torments this individual, the Tower of Babel torments the people of Garden. Yet we cannot afford to falter here. We must find a way to help them overcome their fear. I agree. To that end, the contingent will assist however we can. We should speak with Alfin and Alice. With the rapport they have established with the Guardian people, others say they can provide us with valuable insight. In the meantime, Ranger, may I ask you to remain here to oversee the technical aspects of the tower's activation? I need to see you, Juan. Birra has explained our present dilemma. It is known from that concern that Guardians may take poorly to the reactivation of the Tower of Babel. That's putting it mildly. Many would be in arms over it. Trusting the Elizabeth contingent is fragile enough. We need to treat it lightly, or we risk jeopardizing everything we have achieved. Trust again. Well, it seems to me there's now for it but to speak with the people. Rather than harping on about the necessity of the plan, we need to lend an ear to the concerns. Then perhaps we can begin working towards a compromise. In that case, I'll take you to meet the community leaders. They're at a station called Senatus, near the Cenaculum Imperialis. I will honor to speak with them. Probably it would be prudent to learn where people will stand as well. But that I will leave to the others. Save Zero. May you accompany me? I'm sure those in Tapes then will have their own opinions. Alfinoff, if I might drag you along? Tertium will lead to you. We are no stranger to the people here, so you should take little prudence to convince them to speak freely. Then it's settled. Unless you learn what you can, let's all meet in the Foreign Solace, or we'll have had what I hope is a productive discussion. No, stop it. The tower is heavy. It will turn on so level. I don't wanna hear it. Leave me alone. That tower isn't right. I tell you, all this magic. Years ago when I lived in the province, the local residor village, they wrong with the stuff. Made things appear and disappear and fly on board. Can still see it when I close my eyes. Your hand does a good turn there, but let's not talk about that tower any longer. It's unnatural. The Tower of Babel, are you out of your mind? The abomination transformed my friends and family into monsters. I can't even bear to look at it whenever I stop outside. If you want to do something for us, tear the bloody thing down. The Tower of Babel? But what's it got to do with poison? I can't say I understand. Still, your people have done much and more for us guardians. You say it's necessary, then that's good enough for me. Whatever this present state, the Imperial Palace was once the pride of Carloman. I mean no disrespect to you and yours, but shouldn't the Gallian people be its caretaker instead of foreigners? Though if we dare speak to us to some of the contingent, they might make assumptions. Good or rations or worse. No, before I say anything, please. Julius is on his way with the others. I hope you found the people more receptive than we did. I don't think so. What may I present to you, Lord Neus and Matthews, magistrates of our political council? They have been spearheading the efforts to establish a new system of government here. When we raised the subject of the Tower of Babel, they insisted that we speak no further until joined by representatives of the XIV contingent. I see Alfina and Alice have yet arrived, so far as we should wait. It doesn't matter if only some of you are present. We simply wish to make one thing perfectly clear. The tower is the manifestation of Guardian ingenuity and authority. It was once the abode of the imperial family, and it will forever bear tremendous cultural significance. It is insulting to know that we have had to suffer foreigners occupying under the guise of rendering aid, and now you propose reactivating? Nay, we have had enough. The Guardian landlord may have fallen, but she fell in civil war, to her own people, not to Wercia nor any other land. We came here to assert our unequivocal claim to our territory. Galliman and all that lies within her bounds is beholden to no one. You're gonna die and you still have that stupid boy. Since their excellencies are resolved to negotiate with the contingent, I will escort them to Tertium. I will also instruct Alfin and Elisei to meet us there. Lord Matthews, Lord Nius, by your leave, my comrades and I will speak with the residents of Senatus. Though the Salvar contingent holds the Tower of Babel, it is I who wishes for it to be reactivated, and thus I think it meet that I be present for this discussion. Yet my understanding of your people's hardships, of their hopes and desires, of their dreams for the future, is sorely lacking. In my ignorance I would struggle to contribute. Lest you worry, I will not plead our case to the community in your absence. I wish only to identify common ground, upon which we might build a relationship that sees us overcome our difference. Very well, but note that the guards will not hesitate to escort you from the premises, should they judge your action to be inappropriate. If it's settled, then you should all head up to Senatus. I will join you out after I see their excellency safely to Tertium. XIV is Senatus, a temporary refuge for political dignitaries, hence the tight security. I am given to understand that outsiders are not normally permitted so much as a glimpse inside. We should consider ourselves fortunate to be given this opportunity. I hope it will be worth the trouble. As do I, Zero. As do I. Sí. To begin, I propose we split up and ask the residents for their views on the beliefs of our contingent and the current state of affairs. We will also do well to learn more about this enclave itself. Should you observe anything of note, break it in mind. It struck open hearts and open minds that I believe we might yet convince their leaders to work with us for the greater good. You know what I think? I am sorry, I try not to think about politics at all. I will say this much. Our leaders labor to preserve our culture, our way of life, what remains of it. At any rate, I trust them to do what's the best for Gallman. How do I feel about the contingent? Conflicted, to say the least. I've been tasked with the distribution of supplies, and I know as well as any that we couldn't survive without outside aid. Be that as it may, even though the empire has collapsed, we have our pride. People don't want to be beholden to others forever, and there's no denying that it chafes to see our benefactors occupying the imperial palace. Finish it touring the enclave. Have you? What were you able to learn? These morons. Much the same as me then. They accept the contingents held out of necessity and harbor a measure of resentment. They have only themselves to blame. If they don't like the bargain, they should reject it. How many times must I tell you? It's absolutely out of the question. What's going on? We were wondering the very same. We came running when we heard shouting. Is that the matter? Oh, no. I was just trying to explain. Ah, my hope you can clear this up. The contingent has made a reasonable request, but this man insists that it's impossible. It concerns the magic weapons which run rampant through Regio Urbanissima. Every time we deliver supplies here, we have to dispatch extra men to defend against potential attacks. To address the issue once and for all, we have proposed the elimination of all machina that loiter near the supply route. But you hear him, they refuse to even consider it. The magistrates have already spoken of this matter. Rampant or no, those war machina are Gallian assets. Furthermore, who is to say they are as dangerous as you attest? It has been suggested that this could be a pretense to scavenge magic material for your own ends. I don't know if that is the case, but the fact remains. We cannot allow you to destroy them. More speculation by the magistrates, I presume. Ridiculous. They have spoken, and unless we want to inflame tensions further, there is nothing we can do. How complicated relations become when not grounded in a clear and equitable arrangement. An equitable arrangement, of course. Well, do you understand the difficulty of your position? As a soldier, you must do your duty and obey your superiors. I have an idea, but I must first speak with Commander Lucio. May I take charge of this matter? By all means. Let's return to Camp Broken Glass, where we might discuss a solution I believe will satisfy all parties. Okay. Welcome back, all of you. I pray there have been positive developments in your efforts to appeal to the Guardian community. May have not yet, but there is a method by which I believe will stand today. As satrap, I intend to propose a trade agreement between Rath-Adhan and the people of Garlemald. Please continue. The people of this nation have lived through its collapse and more, yet they have chosen to remain, for it is their home. That they have been able to survive thus far is thanks to ill-savoured contingent, or rather, in less flattering terms, they are entirely at your mercy. Despite your noble intention, this one-sided relationship has fueled feelings of frustration and resentment. It is no surprise then that some Guardians are loath to engage with foreigners for fear of indebting themselves further, or surrendering more of their already limited autonomy. That is why I wish to present them with an equitable arrangement, one that will restore to them a sense of agency after having been forced to rely upon charity. I see. Easier said than done. What exactly do you have in mind? Look, have Garliman and Razathan abide by the treaty of no interference. Freely have we trade with one another, and I wish to continue in this tradition. We will provide your people with such supplies as you require, in return for which you would grant us leave to use the Tower of Babel, as well as share your magic resource and expertise. As we become more reliant upon your technologies, we will of course require more ceruleum to fuel them. This you possess in abundance, and for it you will be duly compensated. Ratsalhan's culture will be enriched by your magic wonders, and our ever-increasing demand for your wares will see Galeman grow wealthy and prosperous. Only when both sides keep the interests of the other in mind can an equitable relationship be forged. It's a principle I once thought I understand, but all have come to appreciate all the more in recent days, thanks to the sage counsel of a friend from beyond the reef. Your Excellency, thank you for your careful consideration of Garleman's future. Though I cannot speak for every Garlean, I myself see no reason to object to your proposal. Indeed, if Razathan were to take the initiative, other nations may follow suit and seek to normalize trade relations with us. If you see the sense in my proposal, then I ask you to join me in the negotiations at Tertium. Your support might be instrumental in winning over Lord Niles and Matthews. By all means, go with them. I have matters here well in hand. I have named all that I might regarding the Tower's operation, so I too shall hie me to Tertium. A crowd you might have brought, but numbers will not intimidate us. The Tower of Babel is ours by rights, and nothing you do will convince us otherwise. Res Azur is not our intent to infringe upon the rights of the people of Garleman. Let us instead discuss the future. As the satrap of Ratsalhan, I wish to establish a new trade agreement between our nations. The aid we presently receive will not last forever, my lords. Sooner or later, we must stand on our own 2 feet. But to do so, we must secure a means to replenish our coffers, and the proposed agreement represents a rare opportunity. It's true we do not want it for Magitek and Cerebellum. A foreign currency will be needed to procure such things as we lack. It would depend on the precious terms, but I can see the merits. What? I can't believe what I'm hearing. You serve the Emperor. We're a proud patriot, yet now you entertain selling national resources like a common merchant? Like you, I wait for what we have lost. But if we are to rebuild Garlemald, we must make use of what precious few assets remain to us. Nonsense, utter nonsense. You're a traitor, Naeus, and there will be a reckoning. Oh yes, when the people of Senatus learn of this, they will cry out for your blood. Lord Matthews, wait, isn't safe out there? It's far too dangerous for a civilian to build soil, and we must go after Lord Matthews. Let's leave matters here in Maximus' care while the rest of us join the siege. If Lord Matthews is going for Senatus, we may be able to catch up to him in Regio Urbanissima. I pray he has come to no any harm.
Praise the sisters, you are safe.
Don't think I'm indebted to you. I never asked for your help.
You love Garlemald dearly, Lord Metius. That much is plain. But you're not alone in that. We all mourn what has become of our homeland. Bristle at having to rely upon outsiders simply to survive the cold. Even now, I struggle with fear and uncertainty. Day after day, I ask myself, what is right? Where do we go from here? I've yet to find the answers. But I won't stop looking nonetheless, and I won't avert my gaze from our grim reality.
Is there hope for us?
Aye, so long as we live. Garlemald lies in ruins, but the bonds between us will never be broken. We are the chain that connects generations past and future. You and I, its links. Help us, Lord Metius, for all we have been and for what we may yet become. Please.
To be lectured by the younger, it ill becomes a man of my station. I will rejoin the talks at Tertium. Might I trouble you to escort me? Ere we part, I apologize for my discourtesy. I owe you my life, and I thank you.
Euless, wait. I'd like a word. With you as well. I'm to stay close, after all.
Worry not, we shall see the magistrate safely back to Tertium.
What is it?
You bound that man with trust, didn't you? That's why he did not require coercion to return.
Shall we walk, perhaps? Chilly, standing around here. So that's how Zero came to join you. Still, I'm not sure I'm qualified to explain something like trust. I wouldn't describe myself as a sociable person. Before all this, any free time I had, I spent looking after my brother and sister. As for the magistrate, I only told him what's been on my mind of late. But I wouldn't have done so, I think, if it weren't for the twins' influence. Trust is infectious, in a manner of speaking. When someone believes in you, it makes you want to believe in them, in others, in yourself. Perhaps it's because the magistrate felt that earnestness that he gave us a chance. As I did, after I was caught trying to steal provisions from the enemy. Trust comes easy in such company.
Little wonder my world is devoid of it. No one trusts in you, and so you trust in no one. And round the wheel turns. During the Contra Memoria, we had already come to judge one another based on strength and usefulness. You either used or were used. Those who rejected this rule didn't survive. My mother wanted to save the world, to fulfill the hopes of Memoria's good and true. After she died, I carried on her mission alone.
Alone? Didn't you have anyone to help you?
Almost. 2 men tried just the once. A swordsman and a mage, whom I met when passing through a village. They had saved the people there from corrupted Memoriates. When they learned our enemies were the same, they seemed heartened. They claimed to be soldiers of a kingdom called Baron, and were traveling the realm in search of a means to end the Contra Memoria. They invited me to join them. I refused. How could I not, having learned the lessons of my world? Those who would work with others always have their own motives. I would not place myself at their mercy. I would not be forced to submit. I expected some manner of outburst, some show of frustration at having failed to deceive me. But they simply watched me walk away. I didn't know what to make of it then, but now, perhaps they shared a bond of trust. Perhaps they were the last ones left who dared. Perhaps they hoped I was like them too. Perhaps it was just an offer, and nothing more. I continued fighting alone, but ultimately I was undone, overwhelmed by enemies that had banded together. I was cold, in pain, wishing desperately that someone would save me. And as I lay there in solitude, I felt it happen. The breaking of our world. Darkness washed over me, and I was swept into the rift. When I finally managed to return, it was to a world forever transformed. My home, now filled with abominations. I had a chance to learn about trust, and forsook it. I never had the power to save my home single-handed. I should have accepted their invitation. Had I joined them as I've joined you, I might not have had to face the end of the world alone. But it's all history now. No amount of reflection or regret will change our present reality.
Whatever may have happened in the past, you're still here, Zero. Alive. So long as you're alive, there will always be hope, no matter how bad things get. What you couldn't do yesterday, you might still do today. Think about it. It's plain that you've forged bonds with those around you. If you didn't feel that in some sense, would you have risked your life as you did for a meager ration of boots? I trust you too, for what it's worth.
Here it is again. The fire that burned in my breast when you came to my rescue. The urge to weep, though there is no sorrow. If this is trust, then what must I do? How do I answer it?
Give me your hand. It's not something you do constantly, mind. A friend is a friend regardless.
A friend. So that's what it means. Someone you trust.
Thank you. I feel that last as I found the answer I saw. And I owe it all to you and Julius. Right then, I expect the others have already arrived. But at 13, we should join them. Full glad I am to see everyone return, and none of the worse for wear. Various representatives of the Gallian community are gathered here this very moment. As I say, this is a fine opportunity to announce the trade agreement. You have reached the moment Memorandum. I trust you find the terms acceptable. I do, and now I pray you forgive my disgraceful conduct earlier. I am ashamed not only of my behavior, but of placing the burden of negotiation solely on your shoulders in my absence. You should note that when we brought up the subject of the tower's reactivation to the people at that present, some reacted quite strongly. Once we explained that it would be to prevent another void-sea invasion, however, they were more receptive. It's fair to say the recent episode is still fresh in their minds. I tagged along to deliver a supply of cerulean. Have to say I didn't expect to see such a large crowd, and the stuffy Imperialists who normally keep to themselves in Senatus are here. Ahem, my friends and countrymen, lend me your ears. I am pleased to inform you all on this joyous occasion that we, the people of Garlemald, have entered into a trade agreement with Razat Khan. To inaugurate our court, we intend to grant the individuals before you access to the Tower of Babel. In return, Razat Khan will provide us with supplies. We shall be equally distributed amongst the settlements of our nation. Let me be clear on one point. This is not an act of charity but trade. A bargain struck between equals, rooted in trust and respect. And it marks a significant step towards rebuilding our nation and regaining true independence. Razat Khan holds Garlean technology and ingenuity in the highest esteem. It is my hope that through this agreement our peoples will enjoy mutually beneficial relationships for years to come. Now then, we bet you get around to hear the particulars, that you might convey them to those elsewhere. So burdened by hardship and trauma were the people of Garlemald that they were unable to imagine a brighter future. To be recognized as equals, as a nation with something of value to offer to others, that validation alone is enough to rekindle their hope. It is by virtue of this partnership that we may access the Tower of Babel, a rather timely development given the ether tanks impeding our arrival. Once the tower stores have been replenished, we need but a way to install a signal to channel the energy to the moon, yes? Then you can leave that and anything else on this end to me and Alphinaud. No need to worry, devote all your energies to the mission in the void. As everyone in your death. You are good friends.
Let us take a moment to review matters as they stand.
Having procured sufficient stores of ether, we may now channel the requisite energy unto the moon via the Tower of Babel. Our work on the star is complete. However, we have yet to receive word from Y'shtola as to the state of the lunar preparations.
A ritual to open the gate, and measures to forestall a void-sent invasion. Neither task is simple nor quickly completed. She would doubtless benefit from our assistance.
The very thing I was about to propose. Let us join her above and lend what aid we may.
Let's go.
Ere we set forth, however, Y'shtola did bid me relay a message to thee. As thou art well aware, a key objective of our mission is the extraction of thy sister Azdaia from the Void. Held captive for millennia and divested of an eye, she is like to be severely weakened. To make good her escape, she shall require aid. Aid that is best provided by a fellow Great Worm.
You would have me go in my true form. Very well. Like our sire, we great worms are capable of traversing the great expanse. The journey will take some time, but I shall take myself to the moon. To begin with, I shall return this vessel to Radzadhan, that I may have both my eyes. And until such time as we find Azdaia, I would entrust her eye to your keeping. Will you do this for me?
Yes.
We shall contact you via Link Pearl once all is in place on the moon. You need but follow Y'shtola's instructions.
Understood. We'll be ready.
Take care, Zero.
It will be the briefest of homecomings. I'll be back before you know it.
In mare elementorum, then. Go well.
I took the liberty of informing Y'shtola of our arrival. She and her entourage should be here momentarily.
Forgive me. I'd hoped to have everything in order sooner. My thanks for the extra hands.
Alphino and Alice stand ready at the Tower of Babel. Vritra is also en route.
Excellent. You've done well, all of you. For my part, I've managed to prepare the ritual with help from the Watcher. All that remains is to channel the ether from below. This should, I pray, open a gate leading to the moon of the 13th.
May I just say how excited we are to be a part of this grand undertaking. The development of the artificial Atomos was one thing, but this is an opportunity like no other. Ishtola even managed to get a loan of elegant treatises on voids and summoning from the prized collection of the Sons of Saint Koinak. The Empire's application of etherochemistry in regulating void gates provided us with many a useful insight for our work, let me tell you.
I asked a favor of Grahatir when we were comparing notes on cross-rift travel. Given his credentials, I was confident he wouldn't be denied. The knowledge of our forebears has brought us far, as has our own. And with our knowledge and resources, we shall construct a void-sent containment seal on a heretofore unseen scale.
Containment seal? Then thou wouldst make use of...
Aye, a tried and tested means of holding dark entities at bay is readily available here. 'Twould be remiss of us not to employ it. We shall reforge the brands that Xenos and Fandaniel destroyed. That which held even Zodiac shall more than suffice for void scent of any persuasion.
The Watcher is already hard at work, tending to the most critical parts of the brand's restoration. There are, however, a number of concerning factors that remain. With your help, I'm sure we can resolve them.
Time is of the essence, so I suggest we continue this discussion as we make our way to the brands.
The Yuan. Ishtima has appraised me of your present undertaking. I understand that she wishes to deploy your pride and joy, the irritable carrots of her eye, or unrelated combat supporters, as a precautionary measure in case this voice containment seal of hers prove lacking. As we speak, my fellows are rounding up what units they can. I will bring them to the northeast corner in short order. Please wait there.
Dreadfully sorry to have kept you all waiting. Hello there, friends. A new person. Heard there was a bit of a rush, so we gathered what combat-ready supporters we had available.
A welcome contribution. Thine initiative never ceaseth to amaze.
Oh, stop! You're making me blush! Though we have fulfilled the purpose given to us by Heidelin, aiding the people of Aetheris remains our greatest joy. So you can count on us, ever and always. Right, so, we originally deployed these supporters to patrol the moon and keep it safe. They've never tussled with Voidsent before, but with sufficient data, they ought to hold their own against the ghastly fiends. Practical, tactical data acquired in the moment, and who better to give the supporters an educational thrashing than the champion of Aetheris?
I believe I would make a better instructor. Not only have I fought Voidsent, I am one.
Well, don't just stand there. Engage! 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 Engage!
That'll do, that'll do! A defeat bitterer than the bitterest carrot. Using this experience, we must enhance the supporters and turn them into Voidsent slaughterbots! Indeed. Right after we've managed to put the poor dears back together.
Pray forgive our comrade's enthusiasm. May I inquire as to how long the repairs will take?
On an ordinary day, I'd say no less than 5 carrots briskly consumed. But if you were to provide us with encouragement... we just might be able to do it in 2.
Conejo cagado.
This I leave to you.
After your encouragement without the supporters of our running again, not denied. Pray attend to your remaining possible and leave the deployment of our new and improved poisonous Dr. Bots to us.
Can you hear me? We've just finished restoring the brands. Let us reconvene once you've finished tending to matters there. The culmination of our efforts is nigh.
For seeing to the supporters. With this, all is in readiness for the ritual. First, I shall give the order to Alfinal and Alice in the Tower Wabi to channel Ether to the moon. Once we have amassed a sufficient amount of energy, Urianger and I shall begin recantations to about it. If all goes well, a tear will form in the fabric of reality, at which point you must activate the brands and put in place the containment seal. That is all. If there are no questions, let's begin.
Apologies for the wait. The preparations here are finally complete.
Excellent. The Tower 2 is activated.
but give the word and we will begin channeling the ether.
Very well then. Make it so.
The moment of truth.
By the sisters!
Oriange, commence your invocations. 'Tis time to open our gate. A tear is beginning to form. Quickly, activate the brands. Success. The gate is open, and the seal appears to be in place.
Let's see how well it holds.
What an enormous gate! Lord Golbez will be eager to hear of this! So this is the Promised Land? The land of boundless ether?
I dare say the seal doth serve its purpose.
I see all proceedeth apace. Remarkable.
Indeed. Just this moment, a void scent emerged from the gate, by which we may safely assume it leads to the 13th.
It's incredible, Ishtola. Truly incredible. Oh, what an honor it is to have been part of this historic achievement.
A part is an understatement. None of this would have been possible without you and yours. Our success has also served to solidify our understanding of cross-rift travel. The Ascians rejoined reflections to the source by instigating elemental imbalances. These imbalances weakened the barrier between realities, causing the ether of a reflection to flood the source. But why is it that reflections are predisposed to rejoin the source? Why have they never merged with one another?
Thou art suggesting there is a unique property inherent to the source, one responsible for such an outcome.
I am. 'Tis my conclusion that, as the point of origin for the reflections, the source has an innate pull over them. Hydaelyn, I believe, sought to suppress that pull, which is why she was created with the power of light, of stasis. Meanwhile, the power of darkness, of activity, reigns in the void. Hydaelyn's influence would naturally be weaker, and this manifested in the form of planar fissures. Working with this hypothesis, I set my sights upon where the pull was assessed to be strongest, and through our combined efforts, we succeeded in opening a gate to the void. Now, I must stress, it was because we sought the void that we succeeded. Pleased though I am to have my theory proven, the secrets of travel to other reflections still elude us. Even so, in the reality that lies beyond the 8th umbral calamity, there are those who found a way to reach the first. I will not rest until I do the same.
One step closer to fulfilling your dream, eh?
Just a step. Many more remain to be taken. Which further motivates me to forestall a void-sent invasion. So come, let us set forth, to find Ashdaya and put an end to Golbez's plot.
Climb upon my back. I shall take us to the gate.
As we did discuss prior, I shall see the alchemists safely home, then together with the Loporrits maintain vigil over the gate.
May the sisters watch over and keep you safe.
Into the void once more.
This is the moon of the 13th.
It is. Ever since the flood, It has been a sanguinary orb in the sky.
No void scent. A rather more subdued reception than I had anticipated.
But unsurprising, given how jealously Golbez conceals the location of his domain. Still, we must remain on guard. One of his minions came through the gate, after all, and more may lie in wait.
I do not sense my sister. Where could she be? Where?
Steady, Vritra. We've barely arrived. Let us explore our surrounds before drawing conclusions.
Yes, thou art right. I shall survey the moon from above. The ground, I leave to you all.
The chasm has caught your attention as well. There's some manner of structure below. Worth a look, wouldn't you say?
I too sense something here. This pit much resembles the Cradle of Darkness on our moon, where Zodiac was once imprisoned. If this place serves the same function, then a fragment of his power must have been sealed in the depths. Strange, though. When Zodiac perished in the Source, I presumed that every aspect of him was thus unmade, and his power scattered. But it's unmistakable. The darkness that permeates this abyss. Could a trace of him yet remain? Or is it something else?
I hear thee, sister. I hear thee. Climb on, my friends. Astaya is here, within this chasm.
You were entrusted with Ajdaya's eye, were you not? Ku-an. O Wakhom Urta.
Li Tao An. Ankin Sis. Dies Ishom Infesk. Wan ik hes in an, ka an, fesk wes an ul in.
Seth es lis, na fesk an, ner no rel ak stra idran. Esk es I nesh I gol ak. So this is indeed Golbez's domain. Kis arn in.
Fin ud in. Ein an in.
Sis? Ask dear Amtar. For war Meradarn I Alan An. Les I El Kol An. Zdis Sorn I Rum. Snar Tiamat An. Kai Ros An. K Ul K Darn Morn. Dis An. Kai An. Nal Stra An.
Nar tal kin in eyes. Athan Endran Esk Taian. Al Kor Hes in Hes Ern Ud Lar An. Esk Les Ud An. Ses Razat Han Lu An. Snorsum An Hai Hes in An.
Ta Hes An Elgol Osk in. Ses Kidir in An. Kasta An. Sta in Es Katao Tai An. Es An Stra in Sorn.
What now, then? Does this great worm intend to remain a captive meal for all eternity, not daring to test her chains?
Ern El. I Mizhead in Ud. Kis Targo. Asrael Dis Tar. Sma Osk in Sis An.
Now there's a start. So, what can you tell us?
Sis Tar Nogon in. Do es I Nesh I Gol Sorn. Ka Som Un Mo Go. Skom Les Sao An. Som Du Orta Sis.
Well, you heard her. Shall we look into this spot near and dear to our enemy's heart?
The others have already begun searching for clues. Let us do the same. Enter charge of this area, you could see this console.
Did you find something? A memoria. But whose?
You have lied, pillaged, and murdered. Have you anything to say in your defense?
No. Every one of them got what they deserved. Trusting fools. Like you would-be heroes. Aye. You do well to keep a close eye on each other. It always ends the same way. A knife in the back. And better to have the handle towards your hand. You'll see! Oh, yes. You will.
I can't bring myself to pray for the unrepentant. You're a nobler man than I. Victims of the Contra Memoria, then. Like so many others. But we will end it.
Thank you. I shudder to imagine what might have happened if you hadn't dealt with the Dark Ones. Oh, her? She's like you, I hear. Hunts Memoriats taken by darkness.
Well, well. A kindred spirit. Perhaps we will finally have a new comrade.
No. I've no interest in working with others. Much less someone who looks as suspicious as you. If there's nothing else, I'll be on my way.
Even when we share the same goal, we can't overcome the mistrust. Such is the way of things, the wisdom of our era. We'll make do, old friend. We have accomplished much already, and another person may well have been more of a hindrance than help. Now then, our work here is finished. His Majesty has summoned us, so let us not delay. To Baron!
Had another vision of the past, did you? What? I was in it. It's them. The pair I met in that village. Which means the one sealed in this memoria is...
So, you have come. You who would oppose our crusade.
Tranquilo.
You. I know you.
Is that so? From the world before, I dare say. 'Tis impressive enough that you have managed to retain your mortal form, but to remember your past besides. But that is of no moment. You are the Memoriat who vanquished my minions, correct?
And what if I am?
Then I would bid you join me. As a child of our world and slave to the wheel, fight with me for the salvation of all our souls.
Fight with you? More like fight as your pawn. It isn't me you want, but my power. And if I don't obey, you'll bind me like you bound that dragon. But no more. I refuse to be bound ever again. I fight only for myself, and for those in whom I trust. My friends.
I see. A pity. It is for the dragon that you have come, yes? When first you appeared, I thought simply to remove a threat to our plan. Never did I imagine that you would reach this place and gift me a golden opportunity.
Ask in.
Long as it has been imprisoned, this dragon has grown feeble and weak, its spirit extinguished. Your coming has served to rekindle her forgotten hope. Her yearning to be free, to return home. That is the key to our deliverance.
The darkness is ravaging her. She's becoming a void scent.
Archer! Smash!
Rise, O Shadow Dragon, and obey! kill him.
Damn you!
Keep our guests occupied.
Save her, I beg thee. Save my sister.
Before darkness swallowed the world, I fought tirelessly in a war without end. The experience taught me to discern the strong, that dragon, and you. Come, face me. Accursed light. You, who have ever basked in its warmth, could never understand our envy, our agony. You will not deny us our release. Expect no mercy. To destroy you, I shall bring my all to bear. Come, warriors from beyond the rift. If you would oppose our crusade, then come. But know that none shall deny us salvation. This place shall be your tomb. I will free us from the wheel. Where my Rhine-kissed blades, I will suffer no obstacles. No matter the foe, I will stay the course. Let lightning surge!
No estaba ahí.
Such is your power. Come forth, my servant of shadow. With abyssal dark and hero's blade, I bring my people liberation. You shall know true terror! Dragon, hear me and obey! Crush them! Bathe them in black flame! My meteors will extinguish your light! A raging gale to rend you asunder!
Ay, yo te lo sigo.
Look to the heavens for your doom! You wretch!
Woohoo! Woohoo!
Come forth, my servant of shadow! Let lightning surge! A raging gale to rend you asunder! Be gone! Dragon, hear me and obey! Look to the heavens for your doom! Wear my Rhine-kissed blades! This place shall be your tomb! Crush them! Render unto me your all! My meteors will extinguish your light! Come forth, my servant of shadow! Let lightning surge! A raging gale to rend you asunder! Be gone! My power. Even my blade. So, this is the limit of my defiance.
Oof. That fight was... I like it.
Are you all right?
Yes, yes. Thanks.
What's happening?
At last, the moment is at hand. You may have bested me, but not quickly enough. Too late will you look to the chasm. You've won the battle, but I win the war.
Stop this. I beg of thee, let her go.
Darkness made manifest once abided in the depths of this abyss, until one day it dispersed in a haze of ether. In the absence of the great flow, that ether has nowhere to return. And so it has coalesced, giving rise to a mighty void scent. Now feast. Feast upon this dragon and its ardent longing for home with it. From the convergence of ancient and newborn, an entity without equal shall emerge, one who shall tear down the barrier between worlds. Upon you, who shall deliver us from eternal damnation, I bestow the name of a hero of Eld. Zeromus! Awaken!
No matter how powerful, a void scent can be sealed in Memoria. Damn it. It's too strong.
Our warding scales may not hold. Not against a void scent born of Zodiark's ether.
We must retreat. Everyone to me. Or Ankin, Tresk na in an.
Oof, that was. In light of this development that we escaped with our lives is an accomplishment unto itself. That we could have anticipated Stadia's journey to return home could be manipulated in this fashion. Alas, we must now contend with a newborn voice and heads bent on pitching the grief, and one with such prodigious strength. Ceremos is unlike anything I have ever seen. So named for an ancient hero, as Golbe said, though none can say if there is even a sliver of truth to the legends. Has Golbe chose it in the hopes that his champions will that which no one could in the contra-memoria, save the world. The tree hero would not done another word to save his own. And we're not about to let that happen, but regardless, we need to regroup. Hey, Dr. I am to admit, we are in a state to face the wits end of Serum's might. Virtua, not disadvantage in body and mind, but for now let's return to Razathan and take stock of the situation. Very well. I trouble you to head to Best Buy Burrows and apprise a ranger of the situation. The rest of us shall tend Virtua once before returning to Razathan. Rejoin us there. Hands for friend. The Asdaya should be used to be a direct poison born of Zodiac's residual ether. I thought we could not have predicted this outcome. There is one man mercy. The poison containing seal. As we employ the same brands that once imprisoned Zodiac in its creation, the seal should serve to hinder Xenomorphs. Yet for how long, one can say. Our enemy's strength is unknowable, whilst the barrier was erected in case. We shall rejoin our commerce anon to deliberate measures, yes. Then I shall remain here to maintain my vigil over the sea. Should we observe signs of the impending incursion, rest assured, I shall send word without delay. Go well, my friend. Whew. Okay, we will continue tomorrow or more late because thanks for joining. But okay, we see you later. Bye bye.